Welcome to the AEW Dynamite post show with the Holy Shhh Podcast. It's your boy ABE from DET. Solo Dolo tonight, telling y'all about AEW Dynamite's go home show before Full Gear. Shout out my guy Ball, bro. He usually on here with me every single week. He's a little under the weather, but I'm gonna hold my boy down tonight. We're gonna talk about this AEW go home show before Full Gear. But the show starts off with the Don Callis family defeating Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Hobbs, and Mark Davis in an 8-man tag match. This match was pretty much a build-up. You got Ricochet in a feud with Takeshita. They're continuing that going. You got Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher going at it. You got Hobbs in the mix here. I'm not for sure who he's feuding with. He's just now getting back from injury, getting his feet wet. I really hope he ends up in the Hurt Syndicate. There's no sign that he's headed there, but I'm just putting it out there. He looks a little lost right now in this match right now, and last week just interfering in business that got really nothing to do with him. I know he was in the Don Callis family. He ended up leaving, but it wasn't like a bad firing. You got hurt. They moved on. They kept doing business. So I don't know. It's not really hitting right now. So I pray that they get Hobbs on track and get Hobbs out here looking good, man. Put him in a decent storyline, preferably in the Hurt Syndicate. It's just something about that picture with Hobbs and Lashley together. You could build that. There could be a dominant force. And in the end, you get the payoff because you get the young rookie going up against the OG Bobby. It's just a beautiful story just waiting to be told. We already know Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, they're going to cook. We already know Takeshita and Ricochet, they're going to cook this weekend. It's what AEW does on their pay-per-views. So this match to start the show was just a great build-up. It just lets you know what's coming, what to look forward to, building storylines, getting us to this weekend at Full Gear. Next up, though, Adam Cole comes out, but Kyle O'Reilly interrupts him and warns him to leave MJF alone and tells him MJF is pure evil. And as bad as Adam can be, sometimes he cannot match MJF. I'm a little worried about Kyle O'Reilly. The way he's talking to Adam Cole got me thinking he might be on MJF's side. How you going to tell your boy he not enough, he can't handle MJF? He's the one who screwed him. He was the devil. He pulled the wool over his eyes. He made it happen. He was more deceptive than MJF. He actually did it. So how can you tell him that he can't? That leads me to believe Kyle O'Reilly is up to some fishy shit. You know, and I can see him doing something, backstabbing with MJF, but we will see. Adam Cole, I don't know. He just got to get on a roll to me. Right now, I don't know, man. He's just not fitting. It's not. I remember Adam Cole in NXT. I remember him, what he was doing. He was a symbolic main force. Right now, it is feeling very forced. The last couple of weeks fighting with Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy, that just seemed forced. Those guys are dominant. That seemed forced. This is not hitting like it should right now. I don't know. Adam Cole, just get him back on track. He's an incredible superstar. I know people clown him left and right about his fragile little body. Yes, it is a 10-year-old body that he has. He is a professional wrestler with a 10-year-old body. We all know this, but he's a hell of a professional wrestler, and I pray that he can get it together and just figure this out. Let's get Adam Cole back on track. Let's not force it. Remember what happened with WWE and Roman Reigns when he forced him to be the guy that backfired? Let's not let this happen with Adam Cole. Take him back a step. You know what I mean? Let him feud with someone else, get his feet wet, move back up into the main roster, but just don't rush it, man. Adam Cole is just not hitting. It's not undisputed right now. Let's just put it like that. Next up, Chris Statlander defeats Shida, and afterwards, Camille and Mercedes come down to the ring, but Mercedes instructs an injured one-armed Camille to get in the ring and attack Shida and Statlander, but they weren't having it. They mopped the floor with the one-armed Camille, but this was just a distraction as Mercedes tries to hit Statlander from behind with the backstabber, but she reverses it, hits her with Saturday Night Fever. That is a tongue twister. But hits her with her finisher move, lays her out. before they match at all. No, Full Gear. Now, this is telling tale if we're going by the history of professional wrestling. When the person gets the last lick, typically they are the one losing at the pay-per-view. So with Mercedes Moné getting put down, Statlander being the last one standing tall, you can bet your bottom dollar that Mercedes Moné at the end of this will still be the TBS Women's Champion. I just see it coming a mile away. But anyway, next up, we got Bobby Lashley. Oh, man, we got technical difficulties. 1 second. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Shout out my guy told me we got some issues on the TikTok end. Let's make sure our audio over there is good and people on TikTok can hear us. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Oh, well, I ain't got time for this. TikTok, sorry, people. Head to YouTube or Instagram. Check us out live there. But anyway, we got some comments here already in the threads. Shout out my guy, Tony Hayes. He says, what? No, Stevie Wonder tonight. No. Ron T does not watch AEW. He's a WWE mark. He doesn't know anything about AEW. He says, I remember Adam Cole as in Ring of Honor. That's when he was the truth. That's when things were really clicking for him. But not right now. It is not feeling very kosher with Adam Cole. But anyway, Bobby Lashley defeats Joe Keys and Cheeseburger in a handicap match. And afterwards, as expected, Swerve comes down with a chain wrapped around his hands. And he lays out the entire Hurt Syndicate. Then hits Bobby with a house call and a Swerve stomp, laying him out like he did earlier in the parking lot when they arrived to the arena. Once again, just like Mercedes, typically the person who gets the last laugh before the go-home show is the loser. So I'm praying that this is not the case. I want to see my boy Swerve go over, but at the same time, with Bobby just arriving to AEW, it does seem like he may need a little push right now. Some momentum, get his character built up. Let's not do like Mercedes and force this. Let him get some legitimate wins, work his way up to the top. The Six Horror Kingdom says Bobby already like he fit in the show. It needs to pick up. Yes, it definitely does. It definitely needs to pick up, man. 100%. And then Six says NXT Adam Cole was gold. He was amazing. Adam Cole in NXT was a top-tier professional wrestler. I'm not saying he's not that in AEW right now, but this reboot, since he's come back from injury and the breakup with Britt Baker in real life, all this seems to be playing out in his character. And to me, just making him a little lesser than at the moment. We need something bigger and more entertaining than MJF, if that's even possible, to get him over into the next level, back to where he used to be. That NXT Adam Cole was absolutely phenomenal. But like I said, Bobby Lashley gets the win over Joe Keys. And shout out Cheeseburger. He got a hell of a pop. I mean, this guy, they try to portray him like a jobber, but the crowd was chanting for him. They know what he is. Shout out Cheeseburger, a Ring of Honor veteran, holding it down tonight, but not getting the job done as Lashley defeats him and Joe Keys, heading to Full Gear to face Swerve Strickland. It's going to be an incredible match. I cannot wait to see this match at Full Gear. I know Swerve don't need the win. I know he doesn't need the win. I'm just a huge Swerve fan, and he's just been taking L's ever since this Hangman situation. He doesn't need it, but I want it. I know Bobby's going to probably get the win or some type of shenanigans. Maybe we get Hobbs joining the group or Ricochet joining the group, helping Lashley defeat Swerve. We don't know. We will see this weekend, though, at Full Gear, I should say. Next up, though, Claudio destroys Darby Allin to get the win in an impressive fashion. The greatest version to me of Claudio was the bar. I enjoyed him as a singles wrestler in WWE, but when he was in the bar, that was his peak. He was aggressive. Him and Sheamus, they had an edge about him. Tonight, I seen a glimpse of that as he destroyed Darby Allin. There was a spot where he threw Darby Allin on a table. The table didn't give. I've had to say a quick prayer for Darby. This man is going to be the one. Darby is going to be that one. They always say AEW pushes the limit too far, and one day somebody's going to get hurt. I do not want to put it out there, but the way Darby just does not give a damn about his body, man. Somebody got to pray for this guy. That table shot was intense. I know he's going to feel that tomorrow morning. He could act like he loves pain and he's this hardcore skateboarder, but that right there, that hurt. Trust and believe. But shout out Claudio, man. I was glad he got the win. I was expecting Darby to go over, but they got Claudio looking strong. You can't have Moxley, the only one in the Death Riders, really doing a damn thing. So shout out Claudio for getting the job done. Let's check out some comments. Where are we at with this? The Six Horror Kingdom says to leave AEW, a black about to leave AEW just doesn't want it out. You see the Lucha Bros issue. Yes. TK is being petty. He should let Starks and Miro go. Hey, this is business, Tony. Them bastards shouldn't have signed them contracts. Next time, read the fine print, suckers. You want to jump ship, it's going to be a battle. I'm all for Tony doing that shit, man. This is business, man. You know, Vince McMahon used to do the same thing to you. If you saw the documentary on Netflix, he used to infiltrate territories, do the other companies wrong. I mean, this is just a page out of one of the greats books. So TK is just handling business. To hell with the Lucha Bros, to hell with Miro, and to hell with Starks. They all be jobbing out before you know it to the Wyatt Six. But anyway, next up, MJF appears in a trailer park mocking Roderick Strong for living there as a child with his drugged up parents and tells a story of when Roderick Strong's mom shot his dad right in front of him when he was a kid. MJF goes on to say, your mother made a mistake. Instead of shooting your dad, she should have killed you. This SOB is sick. MJF, just when you think he can't get any worse, he takes it to another level. But this brings Roderick Strong. He appears at the top of the ramp with Shivani and lets MJF know that he intends to destroy him at Full Gear. We all know this is not the case. MJF will 1000% win, but it will be a great transitional match on however they're going to build it, where MJF can lead on to facing Adam Cole somewhere down the line. But shout out MJF, man, pulling up in that Porsche, that trailer park, man. This guy, amazing. One of the greatest heels that ever lived. But next up, Daniel Garcia is shown with the scapegoat tied up in a garage. Kind of reminded me, I don't want to say they're copying, but I'm going to say this. The Miz did just get tied up by the Wyatt Six. This had a hint of that. I know I give WWE a lot of hell for mocking AEW. When the shoes are reversed, I will do the same, and I'm doing that here. This kind of felt like Wyatt Six, The Miz. But anyway, Daniel Garcia tells the scapegoat that him and the EVPs need to man up and take control of the situation that's going on here in AEW with the Death Rider. He just laughs at him, mocks at him like, what you going to do, as he's tied up. Daddy Magic is filming everything. Then the scapegoat, while he's tied up, spits in Daniel Garcia's face. This should have been the green light to lay him out. Pulled his card, seeing if he was really about that life, and survey says he is not. He grabbed the crowbar, destroyed the scapegoat's vehicle, and did nothing to the scapegoat. Just left him there in an abandoned garage, leaves, doesn't have what it takes to pull the trigger. This shows me that Moxley and what they are doing are going to continue. You do not have guys who can stop Moxley currently on the roster. Me and Barbaro were saying this a few weeks ago, where it's not going to be Cassidy who's going to stop Moxley. It's not going to be Daniel Garcia who's going to stop Moxley. He's going to run through both of them back to back. Cassidy first. I'm sure Daniel Garcia will be next. And after that, we need to look for that one-wing angel, Kenny Omega. I think he is the savior. He's got Japan dates set up to wrestle in the future at the beginning of the year, so we know he's getting close to being healthy. I think they are building up Kenny Omega to be the AEW savior and help end the streak of the Death Riders raising havoc on AEW. It will not be Daniel Garcia. He proved tonight he is not that guy. But next up, Jericho and Tomohiro contract signing backstage. But Jericho says, I have to go get this checked out by my lawyer. He walks out, but Tomohiro continues to follow him, chases him around the arena. They end up in the ring. He says he doesn't have a pin, but of course, Tomohiro has the pin, tells him to sign it. He doesn't want to. The learning tree comes out. Jer about to jump Tomohiro, but of course, his crew, the conglomerate, come down to make the save, force Jericho to sign the contract, and we are all set. Chris Jericho versus Tomohiro, Full Gear for the Ring of Honor World Championship. I don't know what this obsession is with Jericho continuously fighting Tomohiro. I'm not a New Japan wrestler fan, so I'm not familiar of their history. I just do know that he keeps pulling this guy's car, wrestling him. It's some nostalgic factor that I don't know about. He looked like his neck is seized shut, looked like Kurt Angle at the Olympics. I don't know why Jericho is fighting this guy, but I'm pretty sure he's going to make it entertaining. I doubted him what he was going to do with Hook, and that ended up being entertaining. And I'm doubting him again, and I'm probably wrong again. So, hey, Jericho, do what you got to do. Entertain the people. Jericho, Tomohiro, this weekend, Full Gear for the ROH World title. Now we get to the main event. Orange Cassidy defeats Wheeler Yuta. And afterwards, as expected, because before the match, he told the conglomerate, no matter what happens, promise me, nobody will come to the ring and help me. I don't care if it's 20-on-1. Let me take the beating. And that's exactly what the hell happened. The Death Riders came out, laid waste to Orange Cassidy, tied this man's arms to his side with his hands in his pocket, doing his little gimmick for him, and beat the living hell out of him. Moxley and the Death Riders think he's done. They walk off, head off to the back. Then the conglomerate come down, untie Orange Cassidy. He stands tall, looks at Moxley, and now I understand why he said stay in the back. He was giving Moxley a message saying, you can bring your whole crew. You guys cannot defeat me. I will keep rising time after time again until I become the world champion, which he will not do. But it was a very valiant effort. I saw the message that he sent. It was good. Great way to end AEW. Build up their match. Orange Cassidy, I had doubts about this match. I didn't think that he was a credible competitor for Jon Moxley, but they're starting to tell a pretty good story with him trying to be this underdog. They're giving up the gimmick of him not talking. He's putting on some great promos building up to this match. So we all know he's not going to be the one to beat Moxley, but I do appreciate the build up to making Orange Cassidy look a little more believable. We got some comments in the thread. Jack Perry should have shouted out, I got to take a and they walked out. Yeah, he should have. That would have been classic. They left this man in the garage, and hopefully he got a Apple tag or something, and somebody finds him, because that's kidnapping, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not for sure. You know, somebody can get a felony charge for that. But yeah, this AEW Dynamite was a pretty decent build-up. I wouldn't say it was great, but AEW isn't known for their weekly shows. They are known for their blockbuster pay-per-views, and you better believe Full Gear will be no exception. Top to bottom, we've got great matches, women's, men's, tag matches. It's going to be a hell of a show. On a scale of 1 to 10 tonight, Dynamite, though, I'm probably going to give it like a 8.5. I don't think this was in the A range, but it was a solid B+ show. They told stories. They built up characters. They led us to Full Gear. They did the job. They got us from point A to point B which is the pay-per-view this weekend, and it should be incredible. And speaking of that pay-per-view, make sure you guys tune in with us on TikTok. We're going to pull some illegal shh, and we're going to stream it for you guys live on our TikTok Full Gear this weekend. So check us out at the Holy Shhh Podcast on TikTok. We will have the pay-per-view. Don't pay that 50, 60, 70, whatever it is. You just come on down to the Holy Shhh Podcast on TikTok and watch it with your boys for free. And, of course, after the post-show, we're going to be talking about it. Me, Chuck Jordan. I know Ball Bro. Hopefully he's feeling a lot better by then. And we're going to break down Full Gear this weekend. But next time you will see all of us will be Saturday. Yes, Saturday. No. I take that back. Friday for SmackDown. The entire crew will be there. Myself, Minx Mayhem, Chuck Jordan, Ron T, the Icon, Coach DTM, and a slew of guests as we break down SmackDown as we do every single week. Friday is starting to become our livest live. If you can miss any live show we do during the week, but the SmackDown one is pure entertainment. The guests that we have rotating in and out during the segments is amazing. So make sure you guys check out SmackDown post-show this weekend. But until then, y'all know who it is. It's your boy ABE from DET, and you have been tuned in to the Holy Shhh Podcast. Peace.